One of the guests that got uninvited because of numbers phoned the police to say the wedding is going ahead, and the police came.
I believe Auntie Sheila would do that just because she got uninvited.
Delighted to be joined today by Mr. Russell Kent Nichols, a CRM called Wedola.
Okay, here we go. So Wedola is...
Hey, be sure you stick around because we're only getting warmed up.
Recording in progress. That means that we are live on air. So here we are again, guys. Another episode of Think Wedding Business with Adam Wing, Howard Wing, and delighted to be joined today by Mr. Russell Kent Nichols, an absolute legend in the wedding videography world. But today it's very specific. We're going to be talking about something that is launched recently, and that is a CRM called Wedola for the wedding industry. So welcome, Russ. How are you doing?
Hello. Yeah, very good. You all right?
Yeah, thanks for being here.
I think you're the first guest to be invited back. This is the first repeat.
No way.
I think.
That's an honour.
Mainly because Wedola, but you know, we're big fans anyway, obviously, and we would have you back on.
Oh,
joy. But
thank you. I'm very glad to be back.
It's
Always good chat.
just a little milestone for us there. You're our first person we've had back.
We're just really nosy. We want to know all about Wedola and what it does, why people should get it, and just to give ourselves a bit of knowledge on it.
I've started using it, and like full context, I'm only scratching the surface of it so far. I've not really looked into it massively or automated too much yet. So I'm going to sit and take notes because when I try to go on the Facebook group or email you guys to ask for like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I've got to wait. So I just thought, do you know what? I'm just going to use the podcast to get all.
You're going to ask me on air.
So it's just going to be basically a walkthrough step by step of how I can use it.
So
Perfect.
just firstly, for anybody listening or watching, a CRM is a customer relations manager.
Yeah, customer relationship manager.
Yeah, so it's basically a system that looks after all your bookings, all your contacts, all your calendar dates, sends off invoice, all that kind of stuff. It manages your kind of business for you.
Yeah.
But I know I found really
knowledgeable.
I found really
No. Before we went on, Howard went CRM. So that content. What's the? And I was like, no, it's not.
Well,
Nearly.
I have been aware of it because you've got things like 19 Hats, and you've got HubSpot, Studio Ninja, all these other sort of things.
There's loads of all different levels and benefits and stuff. Yeah, loads of different types.
Russell,
what is it?
Take it away. Introduce what it is and what it does, and then we'll go the questions from there.
Okay, here we go. So Wedola is the clues in the wed, but it is a wedding industry specific CRM. So right now like we said, there's so many CRM options out there. Some of them are for just small businesses in general. Some of them are for creatives. Some of them are for photographers. Wedola is my baby, which is a CRM, a customer relationship manager, suitable for pretty much every type of wedding industry professional, whether that be photography, videography, cake maker. We've got wedding day dog chaperones and bridal seamstresses using it, which is amazing. I'm always so excited when somebody is signing up for a new account and I'm like, okay, was not expecting that one. I think prior to Wedola, there wasn't really a known wedding specific CRM. Right? During the build research, I was looking at how most people run their wedding businesses, and we all kind of follow the same sort of structure, whether that be from inquiry to booking, contract, invoices, and then the bits that follow up after that. So things like scheduled emails. Within Wedola, you can start by putting the contact form onto your website, and that then feeds in all inquiries from your website and Instagram bio, if you link it in there as well, to automate emails at certain times of the booking process, do all of your contracts, send out quotes and proposals, invoices, take card payments as well for the first time for a lot of people, and just run through and take your mind off remembering all of the things that you need to do throughout the run up from booking to after the wedding. So yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Podcast over.
And-
Thanks, Russell.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that it's the first, because I've not done my homework, so I was going to say, is it the first one for weddings? Because I think it is, but I didn't know that. So
Well, mate, I don't know if it's the first one. Do you know what people say to me about they're using other systems, and I have never had an account on any of the other systems, so I don't know. And I wanted to keep it that way because I didn't want to be influenced too much by what is already available. More so base it around what feedback people were providing me of how they work, and also how I would work quite generally, and then tweak it from there. So yeah, I don't know if it's the first one, but
but it's made for, it was what I liked about. I mean, I know you anyway, and you're in videography world, and you're UK based, and as a friend, like it's nice to support someone that I know as opposed to a faceless company that I don't know. But it's made by one of us for us. It's
yes,
very accessible as well. When I thought about Studio Ninja or some of the others in the past, I'm like, oh, that's going to take me weeks to set up. I don't have time for that. Yours is
yeah,
quite simplistic. If
yeah,
that
kind
doesn't
of
do it a
no,
justice.
simple by design, and that's kind of
Yeah.
where the idea came from. I was never using a CRM before because I didn't, number one, I didn't like the name of some of them. I didn't like that there wasn't one that was available in the like made in the UK or UK. I want to be charged in pounds, when I'm paying for stuff. Also, I didn't want to pay like 25, 35, 45 pounds a month for software that I wasn't 100% sold on. And also the setup times for a lot of them are quite complicated. Um, so I thought,
Is that what they cost generally? Other systems around about that?
I think it varies from around 20 to 60 a month. It also depends on so with Wedola, I just have like one flat membership subscription price,
Which is
which is £12 a month at the moment. And it will probably stay around that mark, to be fair, because I think the higher we go, the more features you add, the cost is going to keep rising. And I think for a lot of people that are coming onto Wedola from more extensive and expensive platforms, they're kind of using all of the features in Wedola rather than just 30% of the ones from a more expensive system. So it's it's simple intentionally, really, to make it accessible.
That's really well priced.
yeah, it's good, isn't it? But
Absolutely.
what is that? What made you like? Oh, and there needs to be something simpler. I want to do, because this was me. I don't like CRMs. I
Yeah,
don't.
neither do I.
It's a lot of hassle. They don't look, and I know it's mostly back end, but you still want it to feel weddingy. And there is on yours, we'll get into, there is a little bit that obviously the clients then see from their side. So you want it to
Yeah,
feel weddingy or bridal, if I can say that.
yeah.
Is that what made you want to make it basically?
I think looking at some of the screenshots, or my friends who were using other platforms needed my help because I'm the geek that everyone comes to for help. Uh, I've got the patience of a saint from having to set up my mum's iPad. Like I'm really quite patient with people that need help with technology. I remember trying to help someone set up another
I do
platform.
that for Howard.
Yeah, you got to help the old people out.
Yeah.
um, you can't see the buttons. But yeah, I remember looking at the dashboard and thinking, this is complicated for me, let alone somebody that is not necessarily super technically literate, but great at what they do within their craft, like photography or cake making. But then having that frustration of, oh my gosh, I've got to set up domain names and connect this to my hosting provider and stuff is kind of a big friction point for a lot of people that might get overwhelmed and then be like, oh, I can't do this, or I'll do this another day, and therefore not using all of the features really.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
which
want
is
to, I
why I
want to
love
talk about the features. I mean, what are the main reasons you think somebody would go on it and think, actually, I really need that in my business?
Yeah.
What is the main things people are actually getting it for? Is it that automation of when you get an inquiry through your website and something sent automatically, so you're not waiting to reply to couples? Is it the sending off the invoices? What the main reason you think people are actually signing up for it? Have you found?
Yeah, all of the above, to be honest. I think it doesn't necessarily do one, there's not like one killer feature as such compared to other platforms, but I think it's a combination of the aesthetic of it, which people are then going from other platforms that have quite plain corporate looking
Mm.
quotes and proposals. And we work so hard on our aesthetic and of our brand, don't we? Like we're always thinking about what colors and palette and our brand voice and all of those things, and being able to then mimic some of that within your contact to the client during the booking process. I think a lot of people are like, okay, finally, this looks how I want to be represented. And I get a lot of comments from people that they say they will send a screenshot of something that their couple has said, or they'll send a message saying like, my bride said how lovely it was to book, and or she loves the client portal, and I never had this before on my previous system. So I think it's all about the client experience more so than the user experience, because ultimately that's what we're using it for, isn't it? To provide a good experience from our business to our couples.
Yeah,
So
you're
you
right
could,
then, because
So
then you rely on some of these other services. Like in our world, you've got video delivery platforms, you've got CRMs,
yeah.
and then when you work so hard on your own branding, that doesn't
Mm,
match it.
mm,
It is really frustrating. So can you
yeah.
take us through the from a client point of view,
Hmm.
what do they see and how do they benefit?
Sure, yeah. So as soon as you add a client into Wedola, so let's say you've had an inquiry for a wedding, and you've sent them one of your templated replies that you've tweaked before sending it, so it doesn't look completely robotic, right? You've kind of answered their questions and said some nice things. Once they have maybe read your brochure or discussed pricing with you or had a call and they're ready to go ahead, you will then move them from inquiry to client. Um, Once you've added them as a client, Wedola generates a password and a client portal for them. So all of the things like any emails that you've sent them, any future invoices, contracts, proposal quotes, um, questionnaires like the forms that you might ask them later on down the line will all be within this client portal, and it looks really really nice. It's fully customizable in terms of things like background image. You can use a different logo if you want to, different fonts, different colors. And the thing that there's just a small feature of where clients can upload their favorite photo of themselves as a couple, ideally. um, and when they log into the platform, it says like, upload your favorite photo of you two. And as soon as they add their favorite photo from their phone or whatever, or maybe an engagement shoot that they've had, that populates in your app as well. So everywhere that their details are referenced, you get to see their faces, which they feel like you're including them more within your admin. And it's just a nice experience as well for us to be like, oh, okay, that's not just a name. We can see who these people are.
And
Um,
know what they look like, so you can be like, oh, okay, that's who I'm going to see today.
yeah, you can kind of visually remember who they are, but also it's like, I think they like that connection and personalization. And
so they
everywhere
can go
that,
into that portal, their own portal,
yeah,
and they can refer to things. They can find out when their next invoice is due,
yeah.
and do you say they can customize that themselves to different colors, or is that all?
No, so they
No,
can't change the
okay,
colors. Yeah, it's more so just the profile picture, but
right.
the colors and stuff will be like, let's say Adam's case, he can match it to his website
Yeah, got it.
somewhat. So yeah, just so it's kind of consistent along there as well. The other thing is as well, how often do you get a so the client portal is my favorite place. How often do you get brides or grooms emailing you a few weeks before the wedding saying, "Oh, the venues asked, can we please have your PLI insurance, or have you got any dietary requirements and all these things?" Yeah, you can actually have like a global documents section that you can put in the footer. I put in mine, I put my PLI, my drone insurance, and my like a welcome guide, as well as my dietary requirements.
McDonald's.
My dietary, well, I've got two dietary requirements, just as long as it's
Ready that.
ultra processed and in and round. So anything donuts, Oreos, burgers, pizza,
Baked.
that's good. Anything
Round and
beige,
baked.
round,
Yeah,
yeah, that's good.
the high fat
And
salt content.
that's it. And the good stuff. Yeah, so you can list all of those things in there. You don't have to keep sending them out, and you can then adjust your automated emails to say like, "Hey, Sally and John," and include a sentence about what things they can find in their client portal as well. So
You're like a Brian Johnson. You always look so good.
is he the guy that is like aging but
Yeah,
has the
He's,
body
he's
of a
aging back,
17-year-old?
he's aging backwards. Yeah, but you do it by eating McDonald's, and I'm wondering what the hell is going on.
Well,
Where you were going with that? I was like, that's so off topic. Yeah.
today's breakfast is ultra processed protein pancakes.
Oh, wow.
I would eat those like a burger rather than individually. So I'll tear open the pack with my teeth and chomp it. And then
I don't know how you do
I don't
it.
know how you do it. You've got some genes, some super genes or something.
and
High
this
protein milk. What's that?
high protein milk. Yeah, it's 70 grams whole cow's milk.
Oh,
I'll just chug all that.
Is it raw? Is it raw milk?
It's not raw. It's basically like
Please do that now on camera so that we can get loads of views out of it.
what, chug the whole thing in one go.
Like Joey and Friends.
Yeah, I reckon I could do that. Yeah, it's just basically Cravendale but double.
Just click
That's
that,
good.
put it on Instagram, we'll go viral. Russell Kent Nichols.
Chug.
It's annoying that that's the thing that will make it pop rather than all the good information about Wedola.
Content's content, isn't it?
It's like my argument with one of our last podcast members about when to have speeches. We had a full-on argument, and it got so many such traction online rather than the actual content of the podcast. But yeah, good. Where are we up to? Yeah,
Talking about the client portal.
client portal.
Yeah, and also like the proposals and things you can create so another thing that the users like is with the proposals, which are just a fancy word for a quote, you can pick which products and services to add in there, also have some as optional as well. So a lot of users are saying, oh, this is great because we can add in things like content creator, 6K delivery, USB sticks at that point of booking, that maybe we didn't know when to suggest those things, and the couples can add them to their basket, kind of, no, it's not a basket, but add it to their order. Or at the point of booking, yeah, because they feel pressured that, okay, well, if we don't add it now, we might not be able to add it later, therefore increasing their average booking price as well.
And that all populates in the invoice, in the contract.
Yeah, go straight into the contract.
With my own account, I've not got round to this is all the extra features for me that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll ask you this. I was one of those cynics that was like, well, I use my calendar on my Apple, and I'm people say, oh well, you need a. It was before when it was Student Ninja, everyone went, oh my god, how are you not on? You need it, like all those replies to inquiries that you could just save it. I was like, come on, couple of inquiries a day, just copy and paste.
Yeah.
It takes me 10 minutes. Like,
yeah.
I don't need to save. And then no, save the hours. I'm like, it won't.
No, I was the same.
It's all these extra features that, like, for me, there's plenty of upsells as a videographer that I can offer, and I imagine with other suppliers as well.
Yeah.
But just having a portal that they can get to, and then they'll see it all the time whenever, it's much more likely that they're actually going to go for it, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think I was exactly the same. So before I had Wedola, I was using iCloud. So I was making contracts on Pages. I had like a Pages template, but every now and then I would forget to change something and leave the wrong date on, or like the wrong name, and it's so embarrassing. And yeah, the same with invoices. I'd be like, right, what invoice number were we at? And then just make it up. So yeah, this just takes all of the stress out of that.
So that if someone's like, oh well, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
What's the main thing?
I think it's just nice to have everything in one place that you can then go back and refer to, and automating a lot of it. So you probably haven't used it yet, Adam, but there's the automated contracts and like automated proposals that will just generate a lovely looking contract, really easy for the client to read and sign, and then also split out invoices into like its own deposit invoice, its own part payment invoice if you require payment before, like a split payment, let's say like a part payment towards the end, also like final balance payments as well. invoice reminders. You don't have to chase any payments. You can take card on just the deposit if you want, rather than the full balance, because you don't want to lose out on fees and all of those things. So it just moves you through the same booking process you're doing manually, but assisted and consistent.
Yeah, nicer experience for the couple as well, I imagine.
Yeah,
It's all on that platform that they can get
Yeah.
through anytime.
Nice experience
Yeah.
all around, I think.
There's one, so I'll answer because I think this is a good selling point. It certainly drew me in.
yeah,
When you get an inquiry, obviously as an app. I've got it on my computer, the app, the web app on my computer. I've got it on my iPad. I've got it on my phone.
yeah. I
You
think
get
I know
the
what you're going to say.
You get the notification of the inquiry, you reply, and then you get a notification to know when they've opened the inquiry, so you know they've actually seen it.
Yeah. So anti-ghosting.
Yeah. That did it
Yeah.
for me. I was like, because the amount of times where you send it and you never hear back, and I mean, they've probably got it. Let's be honest, but
Yeah.
I'm like, but did they get it? Is it? And the amount of spiraling in my own head of like, maybe they just never received it. Maybe that's why
Yeah.
I never hear back from anyone.
Maybe.
Now I know that that they've got it, and now when
It's
I
even
hear
worse,
back,
even
it's
worse for your
worse.
self-esteem.
It's so
Yeah.
much worse.
The other thing is as well,
I've got an anti-ghosting template. I think we've done something similar together, haven't we? Where it's a sequence of emails. And it's funny you should say that, because I've been ghosted over the weekend for a few days, and I sent off an email last night, like the second one, which I send if I think I've been ghosted, and I've just seen they've just replied.
oh, good. So it
I
works.
used to just WhatsApp them and go, "I've emailed you. Like, why haven't you got back to me?" And then they
Sometimes
ghost that.
Sometimes that doesn't work. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that they've seen it. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also if they then reopen it again in a month's time, you'll also get that notification again.
This is good. I wouldn't
Yeah.
ask this, but because it's personal to me. But I got one this morning from
Yep.
inquiry from weeks ago.
Yes.
That they've just gone back into
They've gone back onto it. Yeah, I get it as well.
Reopen
And
the email then. They reopen
Yeah.
reply to them. So
that's
you get a notification.
probably a good sign. It means they need to go back to that information and have
Checked
it.
again.
yeah, maybe they haven't made a decision yet. So they don't know that you know. So you could then hit them with a quick reply template.
Yeah, but then you can be
Yeah.
honest. You say, "Oh, I've noticed you've just opened the email again."
Oh, I'd keep that close to your
think so?
chest. Yeah, yeah. Just
Okay.
make it look like the universe has sent you.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, he's got it.
No.
Touch. It's fate.
It's divine timing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they might cut on to that though. I think I've probably.
Well, that's
Hey,
good to
they know.
'cause I wasn't sure whether that was just a glitch in the matrix or whether that meant something. So
No,
that's
no.
going back, which is good
Yeah.
for me because it means they're actually still considering me. They've gone back to the information.
Yeah.
They're ready to book.
But I get them on mine, and I'm like, who is that? I don't like. I send the replies and archive them, and then I see the open things again like a month later. I'm like, I have no idea who this is. I've
Yeah,
forgotten.
I had to go back.
who it is.
I was like, "Who's this that's opened this email?"
Yeah.
I don't recognize the name. I went back through the old sent messages, and it was from like January or something.
So if you wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah.
find that on the Wedola platform, would you just go onto your back end and type in maybe the name and all their details
Search
come
for it,
up?
I think, yeah.
There's a notifications bell in the top corner, and that will list every single notification that you've had through. So you could probably go in and just click on that, and it would show you the email.
Takes you straight to.
And it'll take you to
Yeah.
your portal kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll show you.
Show me.
You are using your own platform.
yeah. Of course, yeah. I'm the first user, of course.
Yes.
How embarrassing! I'm not like the McDonald's CEO that can't eat his own food.
It's not food, but it's another story.
You wouldn't have that problem, would you?
I would not. No, no. I would quite gladly eat it all.
Shouldn't be classed as food, but yeah, carry on. Did you have another question of them?
Yes.
Have you
Please
chat
keep
GPT'd this?
chatting whilst I check my notes. Speaking of ChatGPT, actually, and AI,
Yep.
you've got a version of it built in somewhat.
Yeah, so we actually connect with OpenAI to generate or like improve message replies, also generate your Instagram captions. I mean, at the end of the day, AI isn't perfect, is it? I use it for getting a bulk of some text if I need to within my work. But quite often I spend so much time changing what it actually said that I could have just written what I needed in the first place. So
But it's
yeah,
integrated within.
it is
the platform.
integrated. Yeah,
And
and
my question was going to be, how do you see it becoming more used in the future?
I don't think so, because people aren't using the AI features, and I think we're actually whilst we're welcoming AI into, we've got no choice but to welcome it into our day-to-day life. I think we are resistant of it doing everything for us because we've seen that actually it's not always right and it's soulless. So
Yeah.
yeah, and
Do you think then it will affect your platform as being an option for people when they could just say, well, I'll get my AI to automate my emails?
it depends. Yeah, it depends. If there's the demand for it, then the option is there. But I think that we are working in such a personal industry that anybody that is relying completely on AI for their business might, yeah, I don't know. I think that you need to be
I
quite
think in
careful
the
what you hand
corporate world,
off.
it makes sense in the corporate world if you can have Clawbot running all your systems, where
Yeah,
but yeah, on a corporate level, corporate emails, financing, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but the wedding industry is so different, like you say, Russell.
Yeah, and
It's
people
very
are
yeah,
very personal.
people are going to start creating more personal
Yeah, and it's very image.
human
It's
connection.
very aesthetic. The industry, you want to see nice pictures and nice branding, and I think when
yeah,
AI send automated emails, it's just going to just look like it's come from a corporate company, isn't it? I think.
yeah. And I think if I was dealing with somebody and they were sending all of their stuff back to me by AI, I'd be are you even interested? Do you even know what I'm after? So the tools are there to help writer's block, let's say, but not to go completely hands off. And some people have asked me as well, is Wedola built by AI? And the answer is no, it's built by me. There's been no AI involved in the creation because again, I want to have complete control over what are the features. So yeah, it's not one of those like, oh hello, what I'd like to build an app, please. Yes, okay. Here is a Spotify clone. It's built over like a 12-month period, and made by real humans. So
And
Cool.
always being updated as well. You're quite proficient with your
yeah,
update.
pretty much like every few weeks.
Yeah, yeah. Because I know since I've signed up, there's like people are asking for new features, and you're like, yeah, I'll get that sorted.
Yeah, give me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's
yeah,
that level of care that I think, and with the how often and how um available you are for questions and feedback
yeah,
and updates that people ask for, like
yeah, yeah,
as a user, I
yeah,
don't mind giving you money when there is that care and that ongoing feedback and stuff.
absolutely. Do you know what? One thing that people asked me at the conference was like, I'm interested, but investing my money into a bigger brand, which may have bigger support or there was somebody was had questions about the scale of what is possible with Wedola in terms of like trust, I guess. The thing is that the platform that the app is built on is used by multi-million pound businesses. So it's not like I have everyone's data on a server in my kitchen or anything like that. It's all on Amazon S3 servers in Europe. It is backed up like every hour. The security is top notch. I've attended conferences with the platform hosts, and yeah, from a confidence perspective, in terms of security and privacy, it's as good as it can be. Plus, also, it's not just me doing those things. So, from a security and trust standpoint, it's up there with the rest of them. So that was one thing that came up, and I was like, yeah, no, that is a good question because I would probably think the same.
Yeah, I like that it's smaller because if it's a big corporation, maybe they don't, like you're really going to care about everyone that signs up, and you're really going to want it to work for them because you are like a smaller company. But on the
Absolutely.
flip side of that is if it's just you and it is just a computer in your garage, like
Yeah,
how
yeah,
safe is it? Yeah, I get that.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I just wanted to address that as well.
Yeah, it's good. Right. So let's say someone signs up.
Yep,
Can you take us through a little bit, like what should they do? I know you've got
sure,
a
yeah.
guide online, so that if people do want to sign up, because I followed this, use the video walkthrough.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
you
yeah. Take
commented
us
on
through
that.
a bit of the journey.
Yeah, so I guess it depends what type of user you would be. Are you coming from another platform or are you starting from fresh? So
Starting
there is
from
a
fresh.
starting from fresh. Okay, so let's say you're not using a
Is
CRM.
it possible then to move things over from another one?
Yeah, so we have a like a CSV import for your couples. So if you are using another platform or maybe you have them on a spreadsheet like I did, you can download a template. You would then just fill out put the names in the right columns, your clients' addresses, and then re-import that, and it will just create all of those clients for you. So you don't have to manually enter all of their names and addresses and emails and things like that. As a new user as well, it's fairly straightforward in terms of the setup wizard. It will guide you through like uploading your logo, picking the fonts that match your brand, picking your brand colors, setting up your email signature for all of the communication that is going out from Wedola. And then, like I said, there's the welcome video, which is about an hour long, which walks you through how to add your products and services. So for me, I was adding things like the different packages that I offer, any add-ons that then allows me to create proposals to clients that have inquired from the contact form. So I guess the first step really would be create your contact form. So any forms that you have on your website right now, like your contact me page, replicate that, embed that. You can also use there's a bio link version of your contact form which you can link into your social media platform so that people can inquire directly, and the inquiries are going to go straight into Wedola rather than having to like load your website then go to the contact page. You can also grab a QR code of your contact form if you're doing things like trade shows or if you have leaflets, stuff like that. So the contact form is where the inquiries start. That's like the starting point. From there, you can set up quick replies, which are like your templated emails. So I have a few like, yes, I'm available. Here's a link to scheduling a video call with me, and here's my pricing guide. Then I've got one that's like a no, like I'm sorry, I'm not available, and here's some people I recommend. Or for 2028 onwards, I have one that says like, I'm really sorry, I don't plan my life that far in advance, but if you're still looking for someone next year, let me know. So you can have all of those templates ready to go to respond to inquiries, but you also get the option to tweak those, like I said earlier, before they're sent out, so you can personalize them so the client knows that you are actually a real human.
I think that's a big concern, isn't it? It was for me. Like, I don't want it to sound automated, robotic.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think because that's a complete turn off. I think if you just get a templated reply back.
So it'll automatically know if you're booked or not, and it'll send the reply according to the inquiry if you are booked or not. Will it
No, so
automatically check your
you,
calendar and then send out
yeah,
a reply which says I'm already booked, but thanks for asking. Here's a recommendation. Here's Adam Wing. Go to him, sort of thing.
it doesn't do that automatically because I think that is a very personal business decision that you may want to make because some people as well can do multiple. Yeah, you have to approve it because if I was a hair and makeup artist, you may do multiple jobs in one day, like one in the morning, one in the afternoon. But it does show as soon as you get an inquiry on the app, it will give you like a green tick if you have it available in your Wedola calendar, or if you've already got something on that day, it will tell you you might not be available, but you've got an inquiry anyway. So you can then decide whether or not you're going to say yes or no to that, basically.
Okay. But
So it gives you a heads up.
has it got pre-made replies and you can choose which one you want to send to them?
Yes, yeah, but you still need to choose which one you're going to send.
Yeah, perfect.
And you
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah,
customize it
Yeah, I like that.
and individualize it from there. It's just I would
yeah,
prefer to approve
But it just sometimes
everything
saves you
before it.
typing it. I've had it before where I'm booked, but I feel like I've got to leave a nice message and I'm really sorry, but thanks for asking. I could recommend.
yeah,
You need any more help, give me a shout. That sort of thing. If you've got them all set up ready to go, you can just
yeah,
choose that option. I'll send
yeah,
that one and do
yeah.
it.
And before that, I literally had them saved in my notes on my phone, and I'd get the email, hit reply, go to notes, copy, paste it in, find and tweak it, try and match the font size, and then send it. Whereas now I'm just like, open the app, pick the reply that I want, tweak it if I would like to, archive and send, and it's done.
Yeah. So you do the work once essentially, don't you?
Yeah, and that's part of the setup. And you can also then do things like your booking forms, create your default contract template, so you can bring over all of your terms and conditions from any existing contracts that you have. Then they all follow a set um, aesthetic as well, which is nice to keep them all uniform for branding.
Yeah.
And then you can do email workflows where you can set up 1 month from the date of this wedding, and I want you to send like an email saying your balance is due.
Balance is due,
Yeah.
and we need to arrange our final meeting.
I've made one that's the day after the wedding, just like thanks for having me yesterday. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do as well. On mine, I say like, "Oh, thank you so much for yesterday. It was like so amazing to spend your day with you. Just to let you know, I've backed up all of your footage. I'm going to start editing it. Normally, I'm still in bed, and I think, oh God, I need to get up and do that then, because otherwise, I'm lying. But yeah, I think you can also tweak it to send at like 11 past 9, so it doesn't look like you've woken up at 8 a.m. Bang, it's done. It kind of adds a little bit more of a human touch there too.
Yeah. The replies I get from those ones,
Yeah.
you can like because I've made it sound quite personal, and it does. Mine goes out at like 17 minutes past 10 or something the following morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they reply going, "Oh my God, yeah, it was great, wasn't it?" And like
Yeah.
they feel like you're being really personal. It's like I send the same shit to everybody.
Yeah. But they don't need to know.
No, of course not.
No.
Better edit this bit out of the podcast if some of your brides and grooms are watching.
Yeah. He
It's
didn't
just
really
nice, though,
write
isn't
it.
it? It's just a nice part of that experience.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I also do like a happy anniversary one as well. So 1 year after the wedding, the next day, send them an email to say like,
Want to
I
buy
can't
raw
believe,
porridge?
yeah, yeah, that's another 500 quid. You could do, but just be like, I can't believe it's been a year. I hope you guys are okay. Um, yeah, so you
By the
can
way, I'm going
Are you
to
still
archive
together?
all your footage, and you can buy it now if you like.
yeah, because I'm about to delete it.
But actually, just I'm joking, but this is probably a real concern for people listening.
Divorce.
What? No, well, just generally, like, let's say you've automated an email that you suddenly go, "Oh, I don't want to send that anymore," because
You
they've
can
got
turn it
your
off. Yeah, you can toggle them on or off for specific clients. Yeah, yeah. Because also sometimes the email automations they might have emailed you outside of the your usual like structure, and then you think, well, I don't need to send that again because we've already done
This
it.
is
You can
it. What
toggle it
if they
off.
just
Yeah,
message you on WhatsApp and you
yeah,
go through all the, oh yeah, your balance is due there, and then the
yeah,
next day it sends an automated email and they're like, hold on a minute, we've just spoken about this. Why are you
yeah,
sending this again?
yeah. You can just turn them off per couple.
Yes. Got you.
Yeah.
Cool. Any thoughts on?
I was going to ask you actually, Adam, because you are, a use case.
Yep.
How long have you been on it, and what have you been using it mostly for? Just or pretty much everything we've talked
What
about.
we on mid-March? I've been on it since I don't know if it was January or before Christmas. So it was the end of the year or start of this year.
Hmm.
Set it all up, got my inquiry form. I get a use. So I've not got to the point of automating invoices and stuff yet.
Oh, you got to do
It's
that.
just I know, and this is for me. At the minute, it's probably not saving me much time, but I just like using it.
Yeah,
And I get my inquiries through. I do my templated replies. I tweak them. I send them. I like that you see when they've got the email. Um,
yeah,
I like having a place to visualize all my inquiries, and obviously I'm adding my clients, and I've got my calendar in there and stuff.
So if you want to check
yeah,
what weddings you got coming up, would you open up Wedola and look at it on that platform?
Yeah,
See
you
what
can
got
see it in
coming
there.
up?
I mean, I still use. I have it sent to my Apple Calendar so that
you got it synchronized.
Okay.
yeah, so it's synced up. But
Yeah,
it's nice to
yeah,
just be able to see all your inquiries in one place. And I am. It's just for me. It's just I need to sit down and like okay, spend the time looking at the invoice and and all the extra features that I know I'm not getting the advantage of yet.
yeah, yeah,
But one of the things that I do like about it is the data. So obviously, when you get inquiries, it'll tell you how many inquiries you've had that month, how many bookings you've had that month.
Okay.
Because I like for me, I want that data of like where they found me and um, how many inquiries did I have
And,
last January versus this January and things.
and it's all there. I mean, we have it on our contact form where we ask people where they found us and blah blah blah,
yeah,
and then they'll send an email reply and they'll answer that. But then it's gone, isn't it, forever? If you've got it in a system, you can probably go in there and see
mm,
right, how many people found me on Instagram this month, and you'll be able to get that data, I imagine.
yeah. So it
But
tells you.
those analytics are quite important for people, aren't they? And I
Mm.
certainly try and make use of them. So, like, what have I covered it? Is there anything else I'm missing with that?
Yeah, pretty much. So it tells you like what the most popular lead source is, if people have answered that question on your contact form. Also, what payments are upcoming, how much you have, how much you have been paid in a certain month, what your busiest month is for weddings, and also what the industry busiest month is as well. So you can kind of get a comparison of um, what is kind of going on. Also, where your clients live. Like, are they Americans? Are they British people?
Mm.
Mm.
There's quite a few different things in there. The analytics was something that I'm looking to expand as we go forward, as well as we get more data within the system, make that a little bit more advanced as well. So like filtering reports and that type of stuff. But for now, as like an at a glance feature, you're definitely getting more than guesswork. So yeah, it's useful to see at a glance where
Yeah.
things are coming from.
You can use that to then inform where you put in your marketing, where you put in your efforts and your
Yeah,
times of year and stuff. And I used to go and do that manually. I'd like go through all my emails and right, I've had one, two, three,
yeah,
30 inquiries. Okay, three of them booked.
yeah.
So I mean
One
that's saving time in itself.
one thing that I used to spend a lot of time doing is, so my delivery time for like final films is 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And I would open my calendar on my Mac, look at the wedding on the planner and go count on my fingers. One, two, three,
I
four,
still
five.
do that.
I still do.
Yeah. And then there's a deliverables slider that you can adjust on in your settings where you can just set like your rough delivery time. The client doesn't see this because we kind of don't want to pin a set deadline on when stuff is ready,
Mm.
but that will show you when you're looking at the wedding and also when you're looking at your calendar when approximately the stuff needs to be done by. So that's like another time saver. You can also, if you've got a second shooter that you are working with on a job or an assistant, you can send them a calendar invite, the details of the wedding without giving them the client's contact details, because you probably don't want to give them their phone number or Instagram or address. Um, and then it will also remind you if you haven't got if you wanted a second shooter but haven't confirmed one yet, it will tell you the week before. By the way, you still need to sort that out. So, little reminder there as
A
well.
I
little
tell you,
PA
what would be
basically, isn't it?
handy, but it might already do it. I don't know. Some sort of accounting infrastructure built into it, where it do your account years, where because it knows what you're earning.
Do your tax return,
Mhm.
oh, yeah.
Do your tax? Well, kind of, but get it ready for your tax return, where you can upload your invoices or things you've bought, your expenses, and put it
Mhm.
into the system. It knows what you've made throughout that calendar financial year, and comes up with all your stuff at the end, which you then just send to your accountant, or you just
Well,
submit.
I think a better solution, so it would be to integrate with things like Zero or QuickBooks, whatever
Have
people
the
already.
integration, yeah.
Yeah, so Zero integration is something that we've been working on for a few months. It's like 90% there, so it's working like in the test platform.
It
The
was a good idea.
It was a good idea, and it is work in progress. There was just a few bugs working with the Zero API in terms of how the synchronization works both ways, and I don't want to release that yet until it's completely perfect. But that's yeah, definitely Zero QuickBooks integration is something that
Because
hopefully will be coming soon.
you've got another platform that somebody else would pay a monthly fee for,
Yeah,
which then you could maybe half that fee, put it onto your Wedola, and well, there you go, with just half your accountancy fees, and you've got all this as
yeah,
well. So
that's true. I
that
guess also on the flip side, I think I can't remember how much I pay for Zero. I think maybe £20 a month.
okay.
I I would like to keep the price of Wedola at around the 12 to 15, like max ever. So I guess from a features versus development cost side, keeping it accessible. And also there's things like photo gallery delivery and accounting stuff. Those apps already do the job so well that I don't want to take away from those systems where people are going to have such historical data, um, and not be able to offer them a 100% service compared to the premium offerings that are
I
out there
just
at the
think that
minute.
one you go to one place
A
and
one-stop shop.
you can deliver you can deliver your images to your couples, and you've got your account to see it. It's the holy grail, isn't it,
Yeah,
really?
but he's
And
gonna
then you've
Yeah,
got
try and collaborate with the other
yeah,
platforms.
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
I think
You
you
would,
mentioned it already, this friction point of like, I want it to stay small scale-ish.
yeah, yeah,
People like that. I like people like the price point. If we go bigger, we're gonna have to. It's a different beast, isn't it?
yeah. I think if it goes bigger, then it's going to be a £60 a month job, and then it's kind of going against the original principles of what it was
Mm.
offering. Yeah. So
There's an argument for both, isn't there?
You've got room
yeah,
to grow with the price, though. I think it's ridiculously cheap for what it does compared to what other people are charging for a similar thing, and it's so much better by the sounds of it. So you've got room to grow there, definitely.
definitely. I guess it depends on though, like what my goals are as a business, and wanting to keep that personal touch as somebody that is in the industry, being able to listen to what feedback people are providing and give them a personal service as well, rather than just be like, oh yeah, hey, your subscription's now £30 a month and it does these features that you don't want to use, and then end up back to square one. But yeah, anything's possible, so who knows?
What are the goals?
Oh, I don't know. Well, just to, I guess so I don't have to leave the house so much during summer would be good. But business goals, I think keep keep implementing features that people suggest. I love the feedback when I think people get excited when they suggest something and then a few weeks later it's there. They're like, okay, this is cool. I've contributed to this platform. It's like a community driven thing. Um, and yeah, goals. I've stopped setting goals because I think I'm just going to let time dictate how things go. And when you start something new, you have to be open-minded that maybe no one's going to be interested. Like I built this platform originally for me, and if there was 10 people that would be interested, I would be okay, 10 people are interested. But when you start getting into the hundreds towards the thousands, then you're like, okay, how big do you want that to be?
Hmm.
So
I'm going to go back actually because I wanted to ask this about because it's open to any type of supplier, isn't it?
yes.
Do you think it's kind of uh, is there enough on offer for every, can it cater for everyone, and is there certain features that benefit others over?
I guess it's kind of general. There was a feature requested by a makeup artist a couple of weeks ago. She does the hair and makeup trial with the bride before the wedding, and she takes pictures of what the makeup looked like to refer back to after, like, before the wedding, so they can be like, right, okay, so Kelly had this, and this. This is what she wanted to look like. But most makeup and hair artists is just storing them in their camera roll and then having to try and scroll back to where to try and find that face ahead of the wedding. So I listened to the feedback and I added in a place for the client portal where if you are on a job, you can tap a button and it will open your camera. You can take the photos, it will upload them straight into the client portal, and you can choose whether to show those or hide those. Because again, you might want to be like, this is for my reference only because I don't want a tricky client to be like, it doesn't look exactly the same.
Mm.
But that's also flexible then for inspiration for people like cake makers, or maybe I go back to the dog chaperone thing again because that always fascinates me that dog chaperones are using this platform. You could have pictures that they could upload pictures of the dog during the day, or pictures of food or medical guidance or something like that. And you can upload up to 10 pictures, high resolution in like a swipeable
Mm.
gallery. So yeah,
It would
just
be handy. I'm thinking about this.
I was going to ask anything that
think-
you'd want as an
Yeah, well,
entertainer.
yeah. So I was doing this last night. I was getting a social media post together, and
yeah,
remembering a wedding that I did last year,
uh-huh,
and the photographer sent me some images, and I was trying to find them, and they're all over the place. So I ended up saving them in my
yeah,
favorites when I found them, so that I could use them to do a post. So I thought, wouldn't it be great if you could get those images and send them over to your portal so you can refer back to it, and all your
yeah,
social media content is there ready for you to use. Really good.
yeah, yeah. So you can
So
upload.
it would
So
keep those historical past weddings and any images you've uploaded from those.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't
So if you
matter.
got an inquiry for the same venue 6 months later and you say, oh, I did a wedding there for such and such, you go on your platform, ping it up. Oh, all your social media images and posts, or the images you've used and bits of video are on the platform, which then you can actually send them and say, oh, yeah, I did a wedding 6 months ago. Here's all the details from it, rather than scrolling back and trying to find stuff. But
Yeah.
then I suppose does that come down to like a storage issue for you if people are uploading, content onto that platform?
There's a maximum at the moment of 10 high resolution images because it was more of like just a board within the client portal rather than an actual delivery network, let's say. It was more like, okay, here's 10 previews that I've just put in your client portal for now, before maybe issuing a full gallery, or for using the makeup artist as an example. Oh, thank you so much for the coming to the trial yesterday. I've
Yeah.
put some pictures up for our reference in your client portal just for you to have a look at. So it's just, yeah, I guess you could use it for that, but it would be more client specific imagery, I would say.
I love the idea of being able to do that because people really struggle for social media content and wondering what to do. I think if you every wedding you've done, if you've uploaded your images from that wedding, which you can use
Yeah,
social media, you can just go back and think, oh,
Background.
let's do a social media post from one I did a year ago. Where's all my images? It's
yeah,
Wedola. I'll go and pull them out and use them
yeah,
to post. Do you know what I mean? So I
yeah.
think
And you can definitely do that. And if it was just really more for your reference, you could just, there's a tick box on each picture showing client portal yes or no. So you could just turn that off, and then you've got the data there that you can then
yeah,
download again for your
yeah.
archives. Really, yeah,
Yeah, and if you've done a social media post about that particular wedding, I suppose you could have a link to the post maybe in there somewhere.
yeah, yeah.
Go back to it without you scrolling on your Instagram to find it again.
Mm.
But yeah,
You can
just
also link your Google reviews page or your Facebook reviews page in there as well. So if you're wanting to get more reviews, you can link that in the footer of your client portal too.
that'd be good as an automatic email sent out after
Can
the
you
wedding,
review
wouldn't it?
me?
Can you
Yeah.
please review me?
Yeah,
Yeah, and just because
yeah,
I'm interested, because obviously there's so many different types of suppliers, and like you're saying, you're constantly surprised by who's signing up and what type of businesses are signing up.
yeah. And
We've
people
all
from
got
different
different needs.
countries.
Yeah, we've all got different needs, haven't we?
Yeah,
Um,
but we have different, I guess we have different ways of doing the same thing. And I think that's what I'm like open to hearing and providing the options. And
but at
people
the
use
base
different,
level, everyone needs to have somewhere to take an inquiry, and everyone needs to
yeah,
apply an invoice. And
Mm.
that's it. Yeah. And
uh,
I was really surprised by the countries that people are using it in as well. So
Come on, give me some
like
countries.
Australia, Sri Lanka, Mexico, France, Greece, Italy,
States.
Ireland. Yes, yeah, a lot of people in the US. Yeah, like
Wow.
celebrants in Australia and people from New Zealand are like, please, can you support New Zealand dollars? We just don't have anything like this here.
So
So
by the
yeah,
way, does it? I imagine it automatically changes to their language. Yeah.
so it's in English for the time being, but
Okay.
there's different currencies. So you've got like US, Australian language is probably something that would come a little bit later down the line. That is
I see.
uh, a very complex
Setup.
addition. Yeah. So I guess it depends on the demand for that.
Okay. Well,
But yeah,
people still
but
buying it in different countries in the world and still using it. So
and the thing is, if you're using it in Germany, so I've got a few people using it in Germany, they just changed any wording to the client in German or English. So the admin, like your dashboard will be in English, but you can change all of your communication to be in
got it.
your own language. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's flexible there.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Going back to the future of it, then,
Yeah, Back to the
how's it
Future.
how's it impacting your wedding business?
I mean, it
The more
hasn't
time the
impacted.
bigger it grows, the less time you've got. Sorry for your.
Yeah, I think because it day to day it runs very smoothly. There's nothing like urgent that needs to be done from um like a development side. Um, I am taking less weddings for next year just because I would like to do that shift of going from weddings being my primary source of income over to Wedola, just because I think for me as a videographer, I feel like I have achieved more than I set out to do in that respect, and I'm very satisfied with my achievements, let's say, for that.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I think next year probably I only have a handful of weddings, and I'm conscious to take on too many that may not align with exactly what I want in case of I just don't know what's around the corner for
Yeah,
the growth
yeah,
of
yeah.
Wedola.
Because you
So
need to leave yourself open just in case it does take
yeah,
more of your time. Once you've created it, you kind of uh,
you got to keep the ball
you're
rolling. So
responsible, aren't you? Yeah.
Well, it's
yeah,
good to have different areas, different irons and different fires as
Well,
well.
I would, yeah, because you want to have one foot in the wedding world to just be current
yes, and still stay
and
relevant.
relevant and
Yeah, I think a lot of people as
know our
well.
needs as well. Like,
That's it. And a lot of people say, "Ah, it must be great to have like passive income." And I say to them,
Yeah.
there's nothing passive about it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that all the time with my properties and the Amazon business. Oh yeah, passive income. No. It's
No.
like, it's like every single day. And then when you're not doing something in it, you're actually thinking about it as well, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. But if it's not on your, if you're not eat, sleeping, and whatever the phrase is, then you don't want it hard enough.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Are we doing
Yeah,
are we
I
wrapping?
think
Are we
good.
wrapping?
I'm just going to say if we can finish on like, for someone who's thinking about signing up and
Absolutely. I
going
think
through.
the first place to start with, I guess, from a let's say aesthetics perspective, for me, that's the favorite thing. I got asked about this at Photography Farm, and I said it was built by a homosexual Libra. Of course, it has to look nice. Like we have standards of what things should look like. So if you want to take a look of what it looks like, first of all, the demo video, which is on wedola.co, you can have a look at me demoing some of the features. But the free trial is 2 weeks, so you get 14 days free trial. You don't have to put card in first or anything. You can literally just have a play
Right.
and see if it works for you. So you don't have to. There's no auto sign up afterwards. They're not going to sign you up to anything. You don't get any spam emails. You can literally just no pressure, have a play around with it.
Perfect.
Um, yeah, have a play and see what you think. And if it makes your life easier, which hopefully it will, um, if people subscribe at the current price, that is the price that it stays at as well for the lifetime of your subscription. So if there is a price increase in the future, you don't get brought into that.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I'm glad of that, but it's a big commitment to make.
Commitment, that one. That is
Yeah, it's very brave of you to say that.
I'm so generous, aren't I?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I've got to commit to it.
I'm worried about him. Well,
No, don't
imagine you've got all
worry.
these other features in there, and it is taking a lot of time. You have to maybe bring in some more people to help with things.
Yeah, but you have to weigh up if there are some real killer features. Is that going to then bring in more people at, say, the £15 a month? That is going to pay for that extra footfall. And I hate it when Adobe says, "Yeah, by the way, your iCloud's your Creative Cloud's going up to £3,000 a month next month." You're just like, "Come on, guys!" You feel trapped, and you kind of start to resent paying for that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's
yeah,
yeah, it's a great USP to have, I think.
yeah.
Good. I was gonna say something.
Can you sweat this?
I was gonna say
I'm
something.
just
Oh, what's your favorite feature?
The client portal, I love designing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just looks pretty and looks nice on mobile. And people tell me, the users tell me, "Oh, I love the client portal." And you get notified on your phone when your couples upload the picture. Um, yeah,
I
I
think
think
that's
that,
great because the amount of times where if I've not met them or had a video call with them, and it comes to closer to, I mean, because that's okay for me. Some people might insist on meeting couples like you, but
yeah,
when you come to the wedding's coming up and I still have no idea what they look like, it just really unnerves me. I don't like it.
yeah, yeah. It's like dating.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, blind date. I just don't, it feels really strange. So having that is just oh, that's what they look like. Great. I know who to
yeah,
look for when I go and meet them for a coffee.
definitely.
So
Yeah. So I think that's my favorite
it's good. I'm looking forward to because obviously I signed up this winter, so I've not had the benefit of it over wedding season.
over the summer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
The reminders will hopefully save your life.
yeah.
Of
Yeah.
like, by the way, Adam, you're at this place tomorrow.
I love that bit.
Yeah,
I love that about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Certainly if you're busy and you've
I've
got
done one
clear
wedding, and obviously the day before I got a notification saying, "Don't forget tomorrow you've got a wedding at thingy," and I was just like,
That's perfect.
"Yeah, good."
thank God. And it
One of
also
these
tells
days.
you one of these days we're gonna the nightmares, but it also tells you if you open the app when you're at the wedding, if you've put in the calendar that you're there from like 10 till 8, let's say, it'll tell you how many hours you've got left. So if you're on the dance floor and it's dragging, you can open the app and go, all right, 35 minutes left, let's go.
Okay,
So
So
unless you're dating or you're there till midnight, it doesn't.
rather than just looking at my
Relevant.
watch, I might start looking at the Wedola app and
yeah,
tell me how many hours we've got left.
yeah, countdown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I suppose if you've contracted hours and when did I say I was staying till? And then you go in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, got you.
yeah, and it'll tell you. And Google Maps to the correct location, hopefully. So yeah, it pops up that too.
well, we've had those nightmares before. We'll get onto
Mm.
your wedding horrors as well in a sec. But yeah, so anyone that wants to go and have a look and try the trial, it's
Yep,
wedola.co.
Wedola.co. Yeah, and you get the 14-day free trial, no credit card required, and have a look and see what you think if it's the right fit for how you run your wedding business.
Massive
I
that.
think-
I hate putting in a credit card just for a trial.
Yeah, and it's the
So
best
do
way to
I.
sell it because you just want to have a little play around and experience it.
Yeah.
Without
You don't want to be
anything.
pestered. I don't want to be pestered by people. I just want to have a play, make a decision,
But it's just that
and
with the nature of the platform, you
yeah.
try it, and if you like the look of it, it's only going to get better as
Mm.
as we come closer to season, and
Yeah,
because a lot of the features will be more beneficial further down the
definitely. Yeah.
line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Should we do the quick fire question?
Oh,
Or should
we're
we
doing
do
that as
the
well.
admin stuff?
Go on then. Go on.
No,
Quick
no.
fire question.
Oh, there was one last thing.
Okay.
I was going to ask was what's the because I'm guessing you get the data of like how people are using it.
Hmm.
Is there anything that people don't use that you think they should be? Any
So
recommendations or workflows?
I haven't really looked into which areas that people are using, but I know number one, everybody is using the contact form because I can see that I have a graph of how many inquiries as an industry we're getting on Wedola and seeing when it spiked, like in January. Um, I think I would say pretty similar to you in terms of things like invoices and contracts. They haven't made their way down that far
Hmm.
of handing off things completely, but contact form, inquiries, adding to planner are probably going to be the core features that people are going to be using alongside the client portal. So
Do you
yeah,
get to see all the inquiries that come in?
I don't, but from a troubleshooting perspective, they're within a database. But yeah, I wouldn't have time to look through the thousands of inquiries or
No, of
nor
course, yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it stores them.
yeah. The data is there from from a troubleshooting perspective,
Yeah.
but
If
yeah,
I've
I
had an
don't
issue
know.
with this, can you go and have a look for me?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a nose through.
Yeah. Just email everyone's inquiry
Wow,
and be
yeah.
like, I'm available.
Yeah, yeah.
Just thinking that's brilliant.
There's
why
also there is also data laws that prevent me from doing that. So yeah, yeah.
Schmoz.
Well, we had it with an app that we launched for the wedding planner. We could go in and
Not that we're
see all the
endorsing
details.
this in any way. I'm just joking.
But our wedding planner app, we could on the back end of it, we could go in when they sign up for the app. We could go
Yeah.
in where they're getting married, all the details, and we could just
Yeah.
But
The
we
mo-
can legally do that because what they've signed to get to that position to put all the details
Is
in.
that moral? I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, but it's there. We can just access that data anytime we want. So I literally have thousands of people's wedding details from all around the world.
Yeah.
Oh, juicy.
Juicy. And things like budgets and venue, everything
Yeah.
was all in there. But we stopped doing it because the app was costing us a fortune, our developer, over, wherever he was, India somewhere. So we sacked it off in the end. But
Why
Oh.
go through the hassle of all that when you can just sign up to Russell for £12 a month?
Well, this is when we were doing the planner, the wedding planner that we're selling. It was an add-on as a feature, get the app with it. But we used to get people who would buy our wedding planner on Amazon, see it came with the free wedding planner app, and
Yeah.
then say, I only bought it for the app. It's like, and then the app's down because the developer's not done something he should have done, and so we just decided to sack it off in the end.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's boring.
So at the end, we always ask everyone for their most craziest wedding story. Probably asked you last time, but you touched up before about the horrors of forgetting a wedding and stuff. What's your most, kind of most embarrassing thing that's ever happened? Craziest story.
Embarrassing thing. I mean, I keep thinking back to COVID, and I guess I haven't really had so many dramas. Like, but the old person like passes out and stuff in hot weather. But thinking back to COVID, it was just the wedding was just on the brink of like, are we allowed to do this or are we not allowed to do this? Before any lockdowns, and the couple made the decision that yes, the wedding will still go ahead, and then something must have changed in the news or something, and one of the guests that got uninvited because of numbers phoned the police to say the wedding is going ahead, and the police came.
God.
Oh
The
sound.
police came, had to give statement, and the police. I'm walking around with my cameras, and the police are like, "You best not be filming me," and I'm like, "No, no, no, I'm not."
Of
Um,
course not, officer.
yeah, and then
Were you? I hope you were.
I wasn't. I was too like I was concentrating on trying to do a good job. But yeah, we basically had to. The wedding finished at 1 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Ceremony, and then it was done. But
Oh,
yeah,
Oh, what a bugger, that uninvited guest.
I know. Really threw a spanner in the works.
Lucky bastard. What a way to
Lucky
get
bastard
back.
is not-
What a way to get back.
Yeah. Apart from that, though, my weddings are pretty unproblematic, to be fair.
Yeah.
Can't believe Auntie Sheila would do that just because she got uninvited.
No.
Yeah. Wow. Right.
So our last guest was the Lawsons, funnily enough.
Oh, amazing.
Laura. We always ask for a question for the next person.
Okay.
And well, Laura's was, what's the worst moment that's ever happened to you in your business? But that's kind of the same thing, isn't it? I think she was just being nosy.
Yeah.
If you've got another one that's business related. But Pete's question, because there was two of them, they both answered. Who has been your biggest help or your biggest mentor in your business? Was Pete's, which I think is quite a good one.
I think it's a good one.
Ooh, that is a good one. Probably you, actually, Adam. From the start, I remember watching your. I know I've never like reached out to you directly for help. I think it's because
Feels like
I'm
I've like set this up on purpose now. I didn't
no, but I remember and I've told you this before as well, like
Yeah,
I still remember sitting in my kitchen and watching your videos on like this is how I do things and just having like the behind the scenes of you rocking up at bridal prep and stuff like that. I feel like you were like the first, as far as I know, like the first British wedding videographer showing how to do things.
Yeah.
And when you're first starting out, those tips are so helpful. And it must have been years and years ago. But yeah, you were like my first wedding videographer YouTube crush. Yeah.
Thank you. I know. Yeah, we have talked about this before. I mean, if I
Yeah.
can do it, the idea was if you can see me doing it, anyone, if I can do it, sure.
Yeah, yeah. You need to have more confidence.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I didn't mean to, I wasn't expecting that answer, so I wouldn't have asked it.
Oh,
but I
all
feel
day.
like I've-
He's gonna all day. Russell is gonna be just coming back to this moment. Do you remember when Russell said, "Alex,
E.
it's
Russell from
inspiration."
Wedola said, I'm the guy. Yeah.
Oh God.
Thank you, Russell.
Thank you very
Appreciate
You're
it.
so welcome.
It's been great.
Can we have a question for our next guest, please?
Yeah, let's say I want to know what like the worst food you've ever had been served at a wedding is.
What should do?
He's
Yeah.
so food centric. I love it.
I
Yeah.
like that though, because I've got an answer for when I had a roast potato that I bit into and it took a filling out of my mouth. It was that
Oh
hard.
my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've never had a sandwich at a wedding. I know here some people are like, oh, we've been given sandwiches. I'm just not a complainer. I'm not a complainer. So if you gave me raw pasta, I would sit there and eat it and just be grateful.
Yeah, I mean, I've had sandwiches, like a little cheese stale sandwich before. It's fine. It is.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Stop
Keep you
moaning.
alive.
Yeah.
I remember I got a dry baguette once, cut open with some oven chips in it, and they were so dry. And I watching the guests having their beautiful. I don't eat at a wedding anyway, but I remember I got this served, and I was like, I just didn't even eat it. It was just.
Yeah, I just don't
horrendous.
really like the kind of like how I had another fellow supplier one time. He
Yeah.
was like, I cannot believe I've not been given a dessert, and he was fuming, and he went in the kitchen and was like, "Where's my dessert? I can't believe that
Oh.
I've not been offered a
I
dessert."
hate that.
And it's just,
I hate that. Yeah.
yeah, it's too much.
Also, like,
Giving you a dinner, like
it's not a big
nice
deal.
dinner as well. Like, you know,
Yeah.
we've got, because it's a supplier meal. It's kind of the standard, isn't it? But he was like,
Yeah.
"No, I wanted a dessert, and I'm going to go and ask for one."
Oh no. Embarrassing.
No,
Also, like the
Tell me
venue's
who
going to
that is.
remember that. The venue's going to remember that. They're going to remember you causing a problem more than anything else. So
The coordinator came out and was like, "The photographer's just been in the kitchen kicking off," and I was like, "Joking?" We were like gossiping about it. I was like, "No way." Well, she knew it wasn't anything to do with me. I've given it away now because I wasn't going to say it was the photographer, but it was.
ooh,
Yeah.
don't say no names.
Yeah, I don't think they will be still doing weddings or very many.
You have to
Yeah.
let me
No.
know who that is when we've
You won't know them.
stopped
You won't know them.
recording.
Right. Thank you very
That's
much.
it. We're good.
That was great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, have an amazing rest of your day.
Next time you launch something else, we'll have you back on again.
Oh, you're too good to me. I think this is my last one anyway. I've got no energy left. or money. So
I wish you all the success with it, mate. It sounds like it's your heart and soul, and yeah, well done, mate. Well done.
And
Thank
anyone
you.
listening who is looking for a CRM, and even if you're not, I mean, go give it a try, because save yourself some time and
just see if any of it
Have a look,
will benefit you. 'Cause
Wedola.
you might surprise yourself. Think, oh, actually, yes, that is really good.
we'll
And
link
it's
it.
so bloody cheap. I'm going to talk about this when we're off there.
Too cheap.
It's great. It's great. Honestly, I'm loving it. So we'll link it and tag it and stuff in the notes, the pod notes.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Over and out.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Off air.
So thanks so much for listening. We really hope that you found this episode insightful, inspirational, and if you did enjoy that, then please consider subscribing to us wherever you get your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify. We're Think Wedding Business.
We're also on YouTube and Instagram. So if you want to watch us, you can go over to YouTube and find us at Think Wedding Business. And the same over on Instagram to keep up with all of our future episodes.
We'd really love you to subscribe and join us on this journey. And if you do like this content, please consider giving us a 5-star review. It just helps us get seen and helps spread the word.
So thanks again for listening,
Wings
and we'll see you
out.
next time.
Bye-bye.